I'm not even playing on my song. I'm not for my song. Guys, today we have someone very special. Someone that is well respected. And also someone that I feel like when he gets to share his experience, I think people will really value his opinion. So it's going to be fun. Okay, he's on. Hold on. Let me get him on. So this person is someone I really admire as well. He's got a very big heart. Extremely big heart. And I think you will all be happy to hear what this gentleman has to say about a few different topics we're going to speak about today. And you guys all know mental health is always going to be one of them. And that's something I'm very passionate about. And that's something I definitely want to hit hard, you know. It's a momentum that needs to be carried on. It's not something I can just speak about once and then that's it. It's something that we all need to talk about enough. So I think he's joined, but you've got to send me a request. Where is he? How does it work? One sec, guys. Okay, accept. There he is, our man of the year. How are you? First of all, it's an honor to actually have you on. It's a pleasure for you to be here. I know you're a very busy person, but you're also somebody that a lot of people respect, especially the youths, and especially people in our industry respect a lot. So as I was thinking yesterday, because you know yesterday I started this thing with Copy about this mental health thing. So as I was sleeping, I was wondering, who can I get on next that somebody can really respect his opinion, respect his view, a strong man that has probably gone through some of his own issues that people wouldn't necessarily think you have gone through. So I thought, do you know what? Ubi is just the perfect person to have on board. So I guess my first question is, when's the last time somebody said to you, how are you doing? How is your mental health? When was the last time somebody said to you, how's your mental health?
Okay, how are you doing? Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, viewers. Delighted to be on this show, kid. Nice one.
Thank you, brother.
How are you doing is an everyday question.
Yeah.
How are you doing? But how is your mental health? Is rare. Because it depends on the person asking it, might mean well. But you that are being asked, you might take an offense.
Yeah.
That this person actually cares to find out what's going on with you. You understand? Mm-hmm. So I can't remember when anybody asks me how's my mental health, but how are you doing?
You see, but don't you think that's the problem with society, especially in Nigeria? Nobody asks, you know, everyone says, oh, boss, how far? What's going on? Are you good? Where you deal? All those things. But nobody says to me, to anybody, how are you doing in your head? Nobody. And then we create a society where everyone's afraid to speak about mental health. But people are really struggling. I've gone through my own fair share of mental health, which I will explain later on. But people are suffering quietly. People are suffering quietly. And I feel like we as influencers, we as celebrities, we as power brokers need to do more to shine the light on this very serious issue. There's a statistics. I think this is about 60% of black male suffer from mental health and commit suicide. In fact, the male rate of suicide is higher in men than women. You know, in Nigeria, we don't even have correct figures to even tell you what those numbers are because there's no institution, there's no medical facility to even help these younger generations. You know, it's a problem. You know, so I think that's why it's an honor to have you on here because I know people will value your opinion and hopefully we can really try and inspire others to do the same. So I guess my next question is, have you ever gone through any mental health yourself? And if so, how did you deal with them?
Okay, so personally, because of my mindset to life, from day one, I chose from day one to take life easy, to manage every situation the way it comes. I have this my natural belief that empty will come, empty will leave. It works for me. It might not work for the next person, but to me, I know that empty, I came here, empty, I'm gonna leave. Okay. So personally, I've never had a mental breakdown, but people go through a lot on daily basis, per minute, per second, per hour. People go through, because the way I manage my own thing might not be the way you manage situations, might not be the way the next person manages the situation. You understand? So people go through stuff, and I think it would be nice when we check up on people, check out not just how are you, really find out how the person is. What are you going through? You might not be in a position to solve the problem. You might not, but that's like when you ask, you sort of take out a big chunk of weight from the person.
Yes, yes.
The person might actually sit down and open up to you. You understand? And when the person opens up to you, if you're a good friend, because these days the problem is that I might confide in you what I'm going through, and you will now go to get content with it, not knowing that you are killing me the more.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy for someone to open up to somebody.
At all.
It's not easy. Okay? So it's something that should be treated with utmost confidentiality. Because people go through a lot.
They do.
Trying to make ends meet. Trying to manage situations that they find themselves in. You understand?
Yes.
So that's it.
People believe, like individuals like us, that we don't go through mental health. That that everything is perfect, everything is fine. We are superhuman. We are invincibles. We are gods. They think that we have no issues at all. What's your take on that? And how do you think we can change their minds to tell people that mental health doesn't have a boss, doesn't have a chairman, doesn't have somebody who he picks and goes to? It's something that affects everybody.
I think generally, I know that the pressure up there is way more than the pressure down here.
Thank you for saying that. In fact, I love how you said that.
People don't understand that in trying to keep up, in trying to maintain what they think you are, in trying to like maintain certain social status. You understand?
It's not easy being you. It's not easy being you. It's not easy at all. Do you understand? That's just one part.
It's not easy. The pressure up there is way too much. It's way too much. Most of them are self-made, yo. Most of them are self-made, because me personally, nobody can ever put pressure on me. At any point I find myself, I will live within my means. But I'm sure that those the celebrities, the so-called big men and everything, they go through a lot trying to look good outside.
Thank you.
Trying
And this
to
is what,
balance things out there. You understand? Because most of them do not want to admit that this is who we are. This is where we are. This is the position I am right now. There's no shame in being yourself. There's no shame whatsoever. The day God remembers you, God remembers you. The day your act pays off, your act pays off.
Exactly. And that's the issue with especially with Nigerian society, is that everybody wants to, you know, I made a tweet the other day. You don't have to be in the club. You don't have to be seen. It's okay to be quiet and be by yourself, working on your mental.
You can even be in the club. You can drink water. You can drink Red Bull. You can drink Coca-Cola.
But Nigerian, they won't do now. The ones in the name for boards.
They must carry a name. That is the truth.
The ones drink Laurent Perrion. Hey, you know, that's the thing.
You can actually stay there and observe and applaud the person that is happening in his life. Nothing lasts forever.
At all.
We've been in this business for over a decade. Not a single person has bored for 10 years. Empires rise and fall. People come up, people go down. That is life.
Exactly.
People retire due to, I've done this for 5 years. Time to move on.
Make a rest more, yeah.
The younger wants to come up. Let them do their own thing. You can't be sagging trousers for 5 years. Of course, people have to come up and take over from you. You understand?
What's your...
But at every point you find yourself, how do you manage the situation? That's the most important thing.
Exactly, I agree.
I can't be you. You can't
Yeah.
be me. But I can strive to be like you. I can copy in a good way, not envious of you.
Yes, yes.
And look at your strides. You are setting good examples for me. You can be my role model.
Yes.
I can like the way you do things, and then I work towards being someone like you, a better person than you. That's how I see it.
What's your advice to the people who feel like they need to, let's say, for example, let's say someone makes, and I'm speaking basically on the people who are in the industry, and when I say industry, entertainment industry, or the show business industry. When somebody makes 1 million, what's your take on them having to feel they must blow 950 in the club just to show people that they're in those surroundings? And it's not just the club. It's also, you make 10 million. You want to go and spend 9 million on your first Mercedes. You want to do all these things to keep up the perception of you being that person. What's your advice to these guys? Yeah, what's your advice to them about this kind of living and lifestyle?
I'm not an advisor, but I will say my opinion, which is, you see here, the good things of life will not finish. Sherry, there was a car, a particular company made some time ago when we were growing up, and they called it end of discussion. And as young lads, that car was beautiful. In fact, it was a piece of art then. And then when they realized that, oh, this is going out of fashion, they did another one. Discussion continues. What I'm trying to say, club is not the only place they blow money. You understand? There's fashion.
Yeah. Jewelry and all those things.
People want to wear what they cannot afford. And the bad thing about these things, look at this thing, it's a branded cloth I'm wearing. If I wear it now and come on to this live right now, if I'm that kind of person now, I won't want to wear it again because they say, only this shirt you get. But that's not life.
Yeah.
So for you to keep up to that kind of lifestyle, you must have a sustained series.
I think it's gone off. I think yeah, hey, you're back. Yeah.
A call was coming. So you can't just make money one-off and want to be like people who have been in the system for years. Yeah, some people can do fake it until you make it. Sometimes it works for them. Sometimes it takes them back to the village earlier than they thought. Or sometimes they become a nuisance to people around. You're trying to live a life that is not yours. You're trying to impress people who do not care about you when you fall. Because the moment you cannot afford those things, the people around you will leave you just the way, after
they're
match.
Gone. Yeah.
If you go to start to watch match, once there is the end of the match, 10 minutes, you wonder where's everyone.
Yeah. But that's what, and that's why I'm trying to say it's very important to, like you said, live within your means, but also understand that you don't always have to be at the best places or drive the flashiest cars. People also appreciate people who are honest and who are hardworking. For a while, I see you wear the same watch for a very long time. By now, you could afford to buy many different watches, but you keep with the same one because you don't need to go and buy Richard Mille and AP, all these kind of things. And I think people respect the fact that you live within your means like that. You're a simple man with a very, very large heart. And I think there's a lot of people going to learn from those kind of traits that you have. So I think for me, because I'm not an advisor also, but in my opinion and my advice to everyone out there, don't put yourself through mental stress just trying to keep up with people who have a lot more than you. And it's okay to take some time out. It's okay not to be seen on social media. It's okay because people have these things of staying relevant. They think to stay relevant, they must be out there. They must be seen everywhere. Otherwise, they're not going to get the next deal from somebody else or they'll lose their fans. Your health, your mental health is more important than money, deals, and anything else. If you lose your head mentally, you're gone. You'll lose everything else. When you protect this, your body, your mind, your soul, spiritually, physically, and mentally, everything on the outside will also be protected. Right. So that's my advice to everyone out there. But what my last question on mental health, and we'll move on. I feel like celebrities, people in opposition should do more to shine light on these type of topics. What is one way that you believe, or you or your business, or you can help bring light to this, or help people who are suffering from mental illness?
I think people who are suffering from mental health, they need love, they need care, they need attention, they need company. You understand what I'm trying to say? I mean, we should be out there for each other. You understand? Nobody will naturally want to be in that state of mental instability or stress and everything. But if somebody finds himself or herself in that position, I think we, the people around you, me, everybody, should be there for the person. It's a temporary thing.
Amen.
We shouldn't allow it to degenerate to the extent of being suicidal.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you feel that the world has left me. Oh, things are no longer happening my side. Oh, look at this person. I mean, I believe that everyone has his or her time. And I say, as long as you keep working, as long as you are in motion at every point, one day it will happen for your own side.
Let's normalize asking our friends, how is your mental health? Let's normalize that, because the more you do it, the more it becomes a normal thing, and the more people be like, "God, how you doing? Like, are you okay in the head? Is everything cool? If not, I'm here. Please talk to me. If you're suffering, I am here for you." And when we start showing that kind of love, it's powerful.
Yeah, without the person feeling, because well, boy, how you there now? You know, you know what's the touch here?
It's true. It depends how you say. Yeah.
How you go about asking the question?
Yeah, it's true.
You might mean well. I'm ask Akidi, how now? How far? How's the mental health? He will say, I hope you want you to talk to, you know, that kind of a thing. So, but when we see that the person actually cares, you understand? I mean, and then coming from a position of love and care, you will answer, please sit down, I need to talk to you. And then you that confiding in should also see it as an avenue, because you being a listening ear mustn't be a running mouth. You understand? There's certain people should tell you in this life, you should take it to the grave. You know, everything is not for clout. Everything shouldn't be for clout.
Of course.
When we confided in him that he's having some mental challenges and everything, I mean, what's your gain?
Yeah.
What's your gain? You are destroying somebody else just to gain small likes and views.
Small likes and engagements, exactly. And that's the thing. And, you know, and that's why people suffer a lot, because they're trying to do things for just social media. But social media is not really a real world. It's something that is created. It's something that we manifest, and we try and make look perfect to show that we have perfect lives. And that's kind of why I like having these conversations, to show that we're not perfect, and to show, look, guys, I've been through my mental health. I think a lot of my fans know, but a lot of people like you yourself may not know that I've gone through my own mental health that I went through by myself. You know, I didn't have a lot of friends around me that would ask me, am I okay? Because they assumed I was just fine. You know, they say, oh, your dad's a billionaire, you're from a wealthy family, you have all these friends around you, you don't get issues. You understand? So I suffered a lot by myself, had to find my way out. So that's kind of why I'm very passionate about this, because I know what I went through, and I don't want anyone else to go through what I went through, you know?
Right.
But one thing I do want to say, I admire a lot your relationship with your wife. I admire a lot how you show her about, how you spoil her, how you guys just connect. And I feel like that's something we are definitely missing in today's society. In today's society, it's cool to flaunt different women and to have fun with different girls and to fly this one in, to fly this one in, because your friends will hail you. But long gone are those days where you have one woman that you treat like a queen. And Obi, you are a case study for that. You treat your woman like a queen, and we all admire that. Please, what is your advice? I know you're not an advisor, but we need your advice on this one. What is your advice on all these guys jumping from one BBL to the next BBL? How do they calm down and focus?
Well, like I said, my wife is my wife. I have no ambition of getting another wife. She's been my friend. She's my confidant. She's my friend. She's somebody I come back to talk to, somebody I speak to with and everything. And then, you see, now it's like people are normalizing breakups. People are normalizing divorce. People are normalizing cheating and everything. I mean, so to me, I don't even know when I do that. I celebrate my wife because she's like my crown.
Yeah.
And everything. So I believe that certain things, when you have certain things going good in your life also, you should flaunt it just for people to know that this actually exists. The other one is not the normal. The normal is that man and wife should live together if they can cohabitate. These are two strangers coming together. You know what I'm trying to say? So my wife is my best friend. I flaunt her. I have no apologies about that. I celebrate her every second I have opportunity of doing so. You understand? Because I also want to teach my kids how to love their wives.
Exactly. Beautiful.
I love her. You understand? So I pray and I wish them and I teach them and I show them that you actually love your wife. Daddy loved mommy this way. I should be able to love your wife this way or more than daddy and everything. So that's simple as that.
I mean, that's how it starts. Once you teach your kids, once you do this in your household, the kids learn about it, and then there comes the domino effect. And then their kids learn about it, and their kids learn about it, and eventually, you know, we have people in a society where, you know, you're treating your wives like queens and those kind of things. So thanks for that advice. I do want to ask one more important question. Of course, our elections are coming up, 2023. In my opinion, no, don't worry. No, this is nothing. It won't. I will ask an individual question.
Don't do politics. I know they go that area at all.
No. I know. Don't worry. Even me, I don't speak about politics as well. Don't worry. But what I want to say, you know, I don't know how many chances Nigeria has to get this right. I don't know how many elections we can. Let me use my words carefully. Elections we can not do properly before we turn into Zimbabwe, for example, or a failed state. Now, obviously, PVC is a very important thing, and we want all the youth to go and vote. All I'm saying, what is your advice or what is your opinion to the youth on voting or going out to get their votes so that they can have control of their future?
Okay, I believe that it is civic right of every Nigerian to have their own PVC. It's a civic right for you to cast a single vote and everything. You see, most of us that on election day will be on the internet analyzing who will win, who will lose.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Nobody wants to go out there to go and decide how to choose the person that will lead them for the next set of 4 years. It's not the people that will lead them and everything. So my advice is that I'm a registered voter. I have a single vote. You understand? I will tell anybody who wants to see whatever change, whatever, or stability or anything, you go out there, collect a PVC, and then make your own choice. It's a single vote to everyone, and that's the much I want to talk about this.
Fair enough. Guys, take control of your future, please. And last question, what's next for you? What's next for ODOGWU Cubana?
Oh, okay. So the Cubana brand is, you know, we are entertainment primarily. We're diversifying right now. You can see me putting ODOGWU is coming, ODOGWU is coming, ODOGWU is coming. Wait for it. By March, you will see what it's about. So
by March.
Things, but trust me, we won't disappoint you.
Thank you. Obi, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on my live. I'm so proud of you. I will support you all the way through. Whatever you need, you know, you reach out to me, man. You're a blessing to society, and God bless you and family. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
take care.
All right.
So, guys, honestly, look, every time I get on live and when I speak to people, I'm going to always say mental health, mental health, mental health. It's important. I'm not taking this thing lightly. I'm not joking about it. I really want you to tell your friends, tell anybody who's close to you, are you okay? How do you feel? How's your mental state? We have to normalize asking people how they feel. Not about how their day is gone or are you going to buy the new iPhone or whatever. Ask them how do they feel in their head. That's really, really important. I can't stress that enough. Okay. And also, guys, get your PVCs to vote because, like we discussed, these elections are coming up. It's going to be our most important. Anyway, tune in for the next live with my next guest. But guys, have a great weekend. I love you all, and thanks so much for always supporting me and being there. Take care.